Crab walk time, baby. Woo!
Hey, watch how he crab walks. He's crab walking.
It's crab time, baby. This right here is an electric Hummer that's faster than a Lamborghini. This is the brand new GMC Hummer EV. This car has a ton of cool features. I'm going to show you one by one, but first of all, this is the key, Hummer EV, and it says GMC. You actually have it right there as well. But obviously the coolest part of the front are the daytime running lights. Oh yeah, they light up. What's cool is that even though it says Hummer here in the middle, you also have these little H symbols for Hummer, and you're gonna see these everywhere. Inside, outside, on the taillights, everywhere. And what's cool about the front is that you have these sequential turn signals, but they also double as a battery indicator. So when you're charging this thing, these vertical bars light up. And not just that, but they also show you the battery level the same way that you see a phone battery. Watch this, because you've never seen this in a Hummer. Ready? No engine. This thing is obviously fully electric. What you're seeing here are the covers for the roof panels that you can store inside, but this is actually more trunk space that you get. This is the frunk. And this is the first time you've ever seen this in a Hummer, which is crazy. And inside, you have a button where you can unlock this from the inside in case you get kidnapped. It has like an anti-kidnap button. And close this back up. There it is. What's also interesting is that the headlights are not up here. The headlights are actually down in the bumper. And this was a very empathetic decision by GMC because the car is so high up. By having the lights down here, you don't get blasted with a face full of light when driving down the road and coming across this thing, right? All right, let's go over to the side. Now you have a two-tone paint job, black at the top, white over here, but you also have more black on the bottom. These right here are humongous. These are 35-inch tires with 18-inch rims because this is actually a car designed for off-roading, even though it's electric. So don't forget that you're gonna get a lot of features to go rock climbing and hill climbing. If you look under the car, you have all these panels to protect the internals, the intestines of the car. On the side, you have rock sliders, which double as steps, and they also have that H shape, My favorite part of the car is on the inside, but I'll show you that in just a second. First, I want to show you the back because this thing is actually pretty cool. So you're gonna see that this is already divided, and you have these two little small buttons. Any guesses what that means? The small button, when you press it, brings this down. This is basically like a workstation. Bring that back up, like that. Then you have the big button, and this brings all of it down. And what's cool about this bed is that it has a multi-step function, so you can actually first pop this open and just get more of like a bed securer, so that nothing flies out the back. You have some speakers. You can actually press play, on, off, whatever. But then you can press that little button one more time, and this pops down, and now what you get is a step to get in. This is the multi-step function, which is pretty cool. And then you have this thing right here to help you up. I'm surprised they were okay with making it look this much like a wiener. It's functional, it's useful, I like it. Bring this back down, there. And then we also have our charging ports in the back, because this thing is an electric Hummer, so it's basically like a huge power bank, right? You can charge a lot of things with this car. All right, so let's go back down. Fold this up. And then one more thing, not sure if you guys noticed, but there's the subliminal messaging of Hummer. So you have the H shape as well in the taillights. You see that? Like a flipped H. Let me know if you can count how many H's are inside this car. And for the first time ever on the side, you now have a charging port, which is so strange. I just can't even believe that Hummer's making electric vehicles. I mean, when you think about the idea of Hummer back in the day, you think of the most gas-guzzling machine on the planet, and now we're fully electric and clean. This is one of my favorite features in the entire car. Take a look at the back seat and let me know if you see anything suspicious. Take a look. You guys see anything? No, right? Well, that's by design, because what you get right here, you see this little thing right there? You get a secret door, a hidden compartment. That's a pretty suspicious feature, and small detail as well. What do you have right there? American flag, because all American cars need to tell you 500 times that they're American. But I do like it. It's a nice little detail. Here's another half H. You see that? It's just everywhere. All right, let's open up the front. Take a look. Super spacious. So what you have, if you look up, is you have 4 individual glass panels, and you can completely disconnect each one of them and pop them in the front like I just showed you earlier. And not just that, but you can also disconnect this crossbar down the middle by putting a screwdriver in there for what's called max view release. So back in the day, GM developed electric moon rovers on the Apollo programs, and this car pays tribute to it everywhere. So you see this like kind of moon geographical map. You also have it on the floor mats in here. On the inside, you're gonna see a million more subtle tributes. Let's go inside. Let's take a little look. Inside this thing, I have to say, it feels incredibly spacious. Like it feels just huge. You know, we've been driving an Escalade all week, and this feels even more spacious than the inside. I also have to say that this is what happens when GM focuses less on cost and more on innovation and creativity, because they've done an amazing job on this car. They've done an amazing job on the recent Escalade, the brand new Escalade, and the new Corvette. And I think that this is a very good step in the right direction by GM. Everything here is very boxy and very rugged, basically because do not forget that this is an off-road car. So they kept it simple, they kept it really rugged. You have some physical buttons over here, you know, mixing it up with futuristic features that we're gonna see in a second. So let's turn it on. My number 1 favorite button in this car is this right here. You see that? That is a crab walk. This thing can go full crab mode. Should we do it now?
Yeah.
Yeah? Let's do it for the first time ever in a Hummer, and possibly an SUV. I can't recall the last time I saw a crab walk SUV. So let's hold it down. You press it once just to get that rear wheel steering, you know, for a close, tight turn, but you hold it down for the crab walk. All right, so let's crab walk. Look at this, look at this. You hold it down, crab walk activated. That's pretty sick. I love the animation. How sick was that? Did you see it? Little crab walks? That's sick.
Even Alex thought it was cool.
That entire feature was basically designed for rock crawling. So if you get stuck in a rock, you just go, whoop, crab walk your way out, shimmy a little bit. Super cool. I usually don't bang on too much about drive modes, but right here, if you turn this wheel, take a look at what happens to the screen. Look at the animations. Oh yeah, off-road, terrain. It's so beautiful. They did a great job. When you do the tow haul section, that's the Saturn V rocket. Another tribute to the moon, because that thing actually made it to the moon. It's right here, that's a rear view camera, but you can flick it into a normal mirror, right? Right there, that says the Edition 1. That's the most upgraded version of this car, and it's already fully sold out. That'll sell for about $110,000 starting price. The base model of this car will start at about $80,000, and that's coming in a bit later. Once again, you have all this space in here. Open that up, huge storage compartment. Cup holders. And what's also cool is if you look underneath the center console, look what you see. Oh! This right here, this little interesting knob, that is a facial recognition camera, just to make sure that you're keeping your eyes on the road. Flat panel over here. And it's interesting that it's not connected. It actually feels very modern, very futuristic. Actually, part of the reason why they did the moon tribute was also to communicate to everyone how future-proof this car is. What's up? I like your car, but mine's better.
Dude, that's sick. I love it.
I know.
I love it.
This is just a full-blown General Motors, like, travel.
Party.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you back in Dubai.
Yeah, all right, I'll see you around.
Bye.
Later. This car has 1,000 horses and does 0 to 100 in 3 seconds flat. That's faster than a Lamborghini Huracan. We're gonna launch control this thing in a safe place. Traction control, you press that button 2 times. That is sick. See that runway? All right, over here, you just have to press continue. Vehicle will lower, so now we're lowering. And then what you have is WTF mode, but it's not what you think it means. This is watch to freedom mode, which is the most American thing I've ever heard. But watch to freedom mode is your launch control. It says hold the brake. Look, if I let go of the brake, it says brake harder. And it says floor it. Whoop, and now release the brake. Ready? Oh my God. I would never in my life have imagined that we'd have an electric Hummer that is faster than a Lamborghini. I mean, we're living in the future right now. Look at the turn radius on this thing. All right, what do you guys think of the car? Huge thanks to GMC, General Motors, Hummer, everyone involved for letting us drive this thing in Los Angeles. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to Supercar Blonde. I'll see you guys next time.